Hello. I read something this morning and I learned something I want to share with you. It's about communication. But then we've been reading and reviewing a book by Reverend Dr. David. So this book by Reverend Dr. David Whaley is titled The Law of Proper Speech. That book is all shades of eye-opening. I've come to know that words are not just what I say. Words shape my destiny. Words create the kind of atmosphere that I want to have. Words can bring things that don't exist into existence. So when I got to know the power of my words, I became very, very careful with what I say and how I say them. So in line with that, I read something this morning that was talking about communication. So this article said that what someone hears depends on more than your words. It depends on their past, their mood, and their mindset. So when you say something and then people misinterpret it, don't be so angry. Don't be so mad because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what the person is going through at that time. You don't know their past. And people see things through the color of their lenses. That's how they see things. So it brings me to an incident that happened in a car. I was in a car one day and we were driving, and so someone sitting by me said to the driver to increase his speed. That why is he crawling within this short? Has he not traveled before? And the driver, interpreted it as, you don't know how to drive. Interpreted as a lot of things, and a serious fight broke out. A serious fight broke out in that car, and we had to calm down just because someone was trying to communicate. He was trying to tell the driver that where I'm going to is far, and you're driving so slow. I need you to hurry up so I can get to where I'm going to on time. But the driver understood it as, you are telling me that I don't know how to drive. And it was a heated argument that morning. They almost fought. So you see, people interpret things from what has happened to them, trauma, their past, from bias. So when you communicate and the feedback you're getting is not exactly what you mean, don't be mad and don't take it personal. What should happen is to now reinterpret what you meant. And of course, people at different levels of understanding. So we all have different quotients, emotional, intelligent quotients. So people are different levels of understanding. Some people will completely misunderstand. So communication is not just about what you have said. It's about what the receiving party has heard. Let me give you another example. It's very funny, but someone said, your father. It is in this part of the world, it's like an abusive word. The person has not said anything about your father. The person just said your father. And because over time we have been formed by that mindset that this is a negative word, this is an abuse, over time that thing has shaped our mentality. Now I heard a comedian who came and now said, your real dad. It's the same thing, and everybody started laughing. That word did not look offensive, but it's the same thing. Your father, your real dad. Are they not the same thing? But you see, people because of mindsets, the other one is sounding like an abuse. This other one is funny, and so you just laugh about it. So what's the essence of this whole thing? The essence is that when someone have said something, process it before you respond. The Bible even talks about we should listen twice. Be slow to speak. Be slow to speak. Don't be too quick to speak, but listen twice. And that book we're reading, Proper Speech, it said that every other thing we have 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, but 1 mouth, which means that you should listen 2 times. You should also see, not just with 1 eyes, before you talk. So don't assume you've understood what someone has said. Ask questions. Okay, please, these questions, be sure that you've gotten exactly what the communicator is trying to communicate, because most of the misunderstandings that come from communication is not about what you have said, it's how the other person has perceived or understood what has been said. It's a very skillful thing. In fact, it's something that we should sit down and really study. And then back to the law of proper speech. That book is wonderful. Get it and study it, and together let's create a conducive environment for ourselves, our marriages, our spouses, our neighbors, our friends, and our team members, our employees, even our bosses, everybody. And remember that when you are trying to communicate, ensure that the other person has understood clearly what you're trying to say. Thank you.